Hi everyone! Today we are going to spell and say sight words that kindergartners will have learned in the second 9 weeks of school. These words are all the words that kindergartners should have learned in the second 9 weeks. Each word I will spell the word and say the word, then I'll ask the student to do the same. M-E, me. Now it's your turn. W-A-S, was. Can you spell and say was? F-O-R, for. Now will you spell and say for with me? F-O-R, for. This word is gray. G-R-A-Y, gray. Now it's your turn. This word is come. Spell and say come with me. C-O-M-E, come. Now will you spell and then say come by yourself? This is the word on. On is spelled O-N. On. Now you spell, then say on. R. A-R-E. R. Your turn. The next word is pink. Pink is spelled P-I-N-K, pink. Now it's your turn to spell and say pink. This word is my. M-Y, my. Will you spell and then say my? Good work. This word is as. A-S, as. Will you spell and say as? With. W-I-T-H spells the word with. Spell and say with me. W-I-T-H, with. Here's the color word white. Spell and say white with me. W-H-I-T-E, white. Now it's your turn to spell and say white on your own. The next word is what. The word what is spelled W-H-A-T, what. Now you spell and say what. Good work. His. H-I-S, his. Now it's your turn. You spell, then say his. Good job. This word is they. T-H-E-Y, they. We don't sound out sight words, but it can help you remember the word they if you can remember that TH makes th. It can also make th, but in most sight words, TH makes th. But we don't sound out sight words, so let's spell and say they. T-H-E-Y, they. Now you spell, then say they. Keep going. The next word is one. O-N-E, one. This word is a number word. It spells the name of the number 1. Now you spell and say 1. Keep going. This is the word now. N-O-W, now. It's your turn to spell and say now. Keep up the good work. At. A-T spells the sight word at. It's your turn. You spell and say at. This is another number word. This is the number word 2. This kind of 2 only spells the number. The number word 2 is T-W-O. 2. That's the number 2. You spell and say 2. Keep up the great job. The next word is B. B-E spells B. You spell and say B. The next word is play. P-L-A-Y. Play. Will you play this game with me and spell and say the word? I hope you spelled and then said play. The next word is another number word. It's the number 3. Do you see the TH at the beginning of the word? We don't sound out sight words, but it can help give us a clue if we know that TH makes th. It can also make v. Let's spell and say 3. T-H-R-E-E. 3. You have to make sure and put both E's in the word for the word to spell 3. It's your turn. You spell and then say 3. Three. This is the word how. How have we learned so many great sight words? This word is H-O-W. How. You spell and say how. Keep going. The next sight word is the word for. F-O-U-R. 4. That's another number word. This word tells us the name of the number 4. F-O-U-R spells 4. Now you spell and say the number word 4. You're doing great. This is the sight word find. F-I-N-D spells find. You spell and say find. F-I-N-D spells find. This is the sight word at. A-T. At. Can you spell and say at? And here is the next to last sight word we'll do today. It's another number word. It's the number word 5. F-I-V-E. 5. Will you spell and say this number word with me? F-I-V-E. E. 5. This sight word is will. W-I-L-L. Will. It's your turn. You spell and say will. Great job. Now, I will say each word when I show you the card. I want you to try to say the word before I say the word. Me. Was. For. Gray. Come. On. Are. Pink. My. As. With. White. What? His. They. One. This is a number word. O-N-E spells one. Now. At. Two. Here's another number word. T-W-O spells the number 2. B. Play. 3. That's a number word. T-H-R-E-E spells the number 3. How. 4. Did you remember that this is a number word? F-O-U-R is the number word 4. Find. 5. That's another number word. F-I-V-E spells the number word 5. Will. I hope you enjoyed learning sight words with me today, and I hope that you will keep practicing until you can do every sight word faster than I can.